Hey guys, Ashley here. Today I'm going to be giving you all my thoughts, my feelings on Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. Yes, this is me trying to mimic Leah's bun action hairdo going here. Even though mine kind of just looks like some effed up moose ears, but we're gonna go with it. If you didn't know, Leah on the Offbeat is the sequel to the beloved, amazing Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. I am going to be remaining spoiler free for the most part, and then if you wait till the second half, I'm going to go spoilerly, and by that I mean I'm just going to read a bunch of quotes. I have sticky notes and scream about them, so that should be fun. So overall guys, I gave Leah on the Offbeat 4.5 out of 5 stars, boosted it up to 5 for the GOODREADS, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you don't know what Leah on the Offbeat is about, we follow it, I believe it's a year later after Simon. They are in their senior year. The buzz about upcoming graduation, college, prom is happening. So Leah finds herself feeling a little bit offbeat within her friend group. She identifies as bisexual, but she has not come out to anybody in her friend group yet. And when something happens and it starts to tear the friend group apart, she finds herself feeling a little out of place, and that is where we pick up with Leah on the Offbeat. Let me just tell you guys, if you have any appreciation for Simon versus or even love Simon at all, pick up Leah on the Offbeat. Because personally to me, Leah wasn't my favorite character when I read Simon a little bit while, and even in Love Simon, her character doesn't really stand out to me. I just wasn't a big fan of Leah in general, so I was like a little bit hesitant to pick this up. But let me tell you, my friend messaged me and was like, yo, just stayed up till 4 in the morning reading this, read it. And so I went and bought it. If it were not for school, I think if you add up the hours, I read this in 7 hours. So Leah on the Offbeat is just an excuse for Simon and Bram fan service insert, cause holy shit. I screamed so many times, like within the first 40 pages I screamed, because the amount of Bram and Simon we get in this book, which is honestly why I bought it and what I was hoping for, amazing, amazing. Swoon worry, screaming. I was like, oh, they're so cute. Ha, 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 ha. And the romance in this book, it's kind of, because we are dealing with Leah being bisexual and how she hasn't come out to any of her friends yet. So, but then she starts to get some feelings for said friends, maybe. And how do I feel about that? I kind of feel, at first I was like, it was like a little cringy, but then I also found myself screaming for it. So can you say I was for this romance? Like yes and no. I definitely think the circumstances around this relationship and how it was brought up is very awkward and bad timing, but I'm very glad that Leah found somebody that she felt confident enough to finally be herself. And it just does a really good job at expressing those emotions. Becky Albertalli just does a tremendous job at expressing any of those type of emotions, because even if you don't identify as bisexual, this book is so relatable. Again, it's that same learning to be yourself, being confident with yourself, yada yada yada. Which brings me to the point why I did not give this book an extra 0.5 to make it a 5-star. Although this book did make me scream and I read it super fast, really easy read, I do feel like Leah's character in general didn't go through as much of a character growth as I wanted her to. By the end of it, I was like, but you still have these issues within yourself, and I'm not like all people, but I kind of want to see her gain that character growth, and you do see her gain that confidence a little bit, you know? And one thing I do like about Leah is she is a curvier girl, so she does comment on her insecurities about that, but kind of her lack of insecurities. She is really body confident in her body, which is very admirable, so it kind of looks at how other people treat her, and you just kind of see her mindset about that. You also get a lot of insight to what her family life is about, her relationship with her mom, and a newly found boyfriend that her mom is dating, and you see kind of her insecurities and kind of just how her relationship with her mom isn't the greatest and her financial standing. A lot of her friends have these privileges that she doesn't have in life, and those are kind of where her insecurities lie. It's less about her insecurities within her body and sexuality and more about privileges in life. And if you're like me and have been experiencing some Love, Simon movie withdrawals, this book, pick it up, it will cure all feelings. It was just so nice to get back into these characters. I had kind of forgot Simon verses after watching the movie, since the movie was just so in my head. Reading this book put you immediately back into these characters, and I just love them so much. Another thing I realized by reading this book is like, oh yeah, Nora isn't like 7, she's in high school, and Simon has another sister. I just forgot all these things when I watched the movie. I was like, oh yes, you exist, and Leah, yes, you were in love with Nick and not Simon. And I think Becky did an excellent job at reminding us of those things. I just think Leah on the Offbeat is a really good transition from book, movie, to book again. It's just a great addition to the Simonverse, and I really think you should read it. It's amazing. Again, my only problems with it lie with the character growth and how that developed. But really, it's just a really fun, fast read. You'll scream. There's so many scream-worthy parts. You may ship this romance that is developing, you may not, but even if you don't and you're kind of iffy about it like me, it will still make you scream, because Becky Albertalli just does an amazing job at writing the feels. And also, I really appreciate it. There are so many references in this book, it was crazy. So Leah, of course, she is a shipper like us all, and she constantly talks about her ships. Like, she talks about Draco and Harry and Nina and Inej. Ha! Six of Crows insert. She also mentions a lot of pop culture references like Hamilton, Harry Potter, of course, and even Jason Reynolds. We got some YA authors in here. There's also a character named, I forgot his first name, but his last name was Silvera. And I was like, this is definitely a nod to Adam Silvera, because how many people do you know with that last name? I certainly don't. Yeah. That was my thoughts and feelings on Leah on the Offbeat for the non-spoilerly parts, that is. It definitely makes me want to pick up her other one that she has, which I did not realize was also in the Simonverse, which is the second one, that blue one here, insert, because I'm blanking on the name. And now, if you notice, I've had these tabs right here. I'm gonna go into some spoilerly parts. This book got your girl hollering, especially the last 50 pages. It was just like, ha, ha, ha. I am gonna be reading you some quotes that I found exciting. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you should go away. Goodbye. Get out. Bye. Okay, let's just go. This is going to be a fast reading of quotes that made me squeal, because there were a lot of them, but I didn't sticky note them all, and these are just some of them. So they actually barely touch each other in school, probably because people are prehistoric dickwads about gay stuff. But Simon and Bram text and iFuck all day long. When the song ends, Bram points straight at Simon, smiling breathlessly. Simon Spirit, will you go to prom with me? This whole scene. So prom fever is a thing. Literally all Simon wants to do now is watch the promposo video over and over. Oh my god, Simon, you cupcake. Me too. Like, would you not want to watch Bram prompose to you over and over again? Like, I dare you to kiss me, she says. Yo, me right here. I was like, this is happening. This is happening. This is happening. Ah! She looks at me and her eyes flare wide. Wow, she mouths. Me too, Abby. Me too. Leah looks like a bomb-ass bitch, and don't fight me with it. Don't. I want a massage chair, says Simon, staring into Brookstone. I'll be your massage chair, says Bram. Guys. Oh my god. Well, she says, it appears that Garrett made our prom dinner reservations at the American Girl Bistro. Yo. These fools had their prom dinner at the American Girl doll store. What the fuck? Commission request. 2 girls kissing on prom night. That's where I lost it, and that's where the metaphorical I threw my book across the room thing happened. Alright guys, that was my sort of review, screaming quote thing. of Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. I hope you enjoyed it. Those are my feelings. I definitely recommend picking up Leah on the Offbeat. If you care about Simon at all, just do it. You will be hollering, you'll be screaming. It's great. Leave a comment and a like down below. Let me know if you read Leah on the Offbeat, what you thought. Tell me some of your favorite quotes, because I think I'm gonna go reread this at some point, maybe this summer when I'm feeling sad or something and wanna be hyped and re-sticky note this properly, because I just did it spots I kind of remembered, but there's definitely a ton of more quotes that got me screaming when I was reading this. Alright guys, my name is Ashley. This is ashleyoutpaged. I'm a effed up moose thing. Don't know what's happening here. Alright, I will see you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye! Thank you!